set for the final in bowling's Clash of Champions, and it's an unlikely final with Rebecca Dyers and her huge upset over Liz Johnson. She finds herself in against the reigning PBA Player of the Year, Chris Barnes, and let's take a look. Bo at our two finalists.
With the help of Stroh Motion by Sport Vision and Cats by Kegel, it tells the whole story. And the amazing thing is to see that Barnes is farther outside on the lane, although he's on the 4 board. And Rebecca's in the 8 board, but Barnes with much more revolution and power. But he has to depend on the light strike, a blueprint strike once again by Rebecca Dyers. This is going to be so interesting, Bill. There's 50,000 for first, 25,000 for second. Rebecca bowling on the exact same pair that she upset Liz Johnson. Let's see what happens. A match of a lifetime for this young lady.
She has already beaten the best player in women's bowling, and now she finds herself in against Chris Barnes, the best bowler on the men's side. And I'd use the David and Goliath analogy, but that's just not enough.
Chris Barnes has always been well liked by the general public, but when the announcer asked her who they were rooting for, the crowd was vocally for Rebecca Dyers. So Barnes, in the crowd's mind, is the underdog in this match.
Trying to keep it in the Barnes household. His wife, Linda, won the Clash last year.
Just a marvelous talent, Chris Barnes, and I have not seen him bowl in about 6 months, and I bowled with him in Vegas in the Tournament of Champions, the PBA's celebration of the first half century of PBA bowling, and he was my crossing partner, a very congenial guy, but he wasn't this sharp. He has developed more of an uplift on the ball and a straighter shot when it's necessary, and that's what you need to be a top player for many, many years. Second frame, going for double. Interesting story we've seen through all the clashes and even the semifinal match. The power players, as you see Barnes stands up on a little bit, but the power players are depending on those revs and hook to get the ball back, have really never been consistent, where you see a down and in or straighter down conventional player by Rebecca Dyers just keep pounding the pocket.
Picks it up. Strike and spare to start for Barnes.
Be something if Dyers could get out to a quick start and put Barnes down by 10 or 20 pins here in the second and third frames.
And she's done that all day. Just kind of strolled up there and bang.
A very mechanically sound game. She has a very precision approach, a straight arm swing, a nice release. Watch the 5-pin just tweak over towards the 7-pin. Catches it just low enough, tilts it over. She has a 10-pin lead in the championship match over the #1 player in the world.
And the two-time All-America bowling from McKendree University just has it going.
Well, she just threw a rope right into the pocket. I thought that ball was going high, but with maybe 6 or 7 revs going down there, a full turnover revs, it just set up. A lot of pressure on Barnes here, third frame. And no doubter.
for the cap and staggers back.
Well, you expect Rebecca Dyers to throw a shot that errant, and we have seen some of the top players in this clash throw some of the wildest shots I've ever seen. Here's one he gets paid a dividend for, gets a 3-pin in the sideboard, kicks out the 6-pin. Obviously, they know they got a tremendous break. Let's see if it has any effect on Rebecca Dyer. She just goes about her business.
10-pin lead. They're showing no signs of fading.
What is going through Chris Barnes' mind? He says, are you kidding me? But this is what happened last year. Linda Barnes, who was obviously one of the great women players, beat Shawn Rash in somewhat of an upset, 250 to 230 last year for the 50 grand. Can Dyers pull off the same stunt?
Good.
Dropped that it wasn't going to have enough to get there, and now she's got her work cut out for her.
The 2-4-10, we've seen that a couple of times. Remember in the early semifinal match that same combination, forget the 4-pin because that goes down automatically, that Chris Barnes converted to defeat Dan Vick. She has to get it over here, drive that 2-pin straight over in the 10-pin area, hopefully take it out. The ball will take out the 4.
Tell you, she's got nerves of steel. And that earned 5 from Chris Barnes.
What a match, what a shot. Look at the crowd. Look at the VIP area. Everybody's just standing. Can this be happening? Is this entertainment?
Good.
And kudos to you, Chris Barnes, for acknowledging it.
Chris just turned around and said to her, that's pretty good.
Nice ball, Walter Ray.
Wow, absolutely perfect. Tough to bowl against somebody like that, huh, Chris? Don't count him out. Trails by 17, has a double working, can cut the lead of Rebecca Dyers down to 7 pins with a strike here in the 5th.
Ricky, don't fool around, give him the heater.
Taking his time, can take the lead for the first time in the match. 6-frame working on a turkey with a strike. He would make a 3-pin lead.
Final. Can Rebecca Dyers, the Youth Open Championships all events winner, hang in there against the best bowler in the world?